My mama was raised in the era when clean water was only served to the fairer skin.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? You already know what it is. It's your boy Amin. We back at it like mathematics with another episode of Unscripted Hip Hop. Big week coming up in hip hop right now. You got J. Cole dropping Born Sinner. You got Mac Miller dropping Watching Movies with the Sound Off. And of course, the one, the only, the douchebag, as a lot of people like to call him, Mr. Kanye West. Kanye to the straight out of Chi-Town is dropping his highly anticipated 6th studio album entitled Yeezus, with a word play on the word Jesus. We don't have to get into that right now. But what we will get into is my thoughts on the album. Okay, so Kanye. Backtrack a little bit. Of all the MCs out there, I definitely would have to say that Kanye West is probably one of my favorite. I think that he's one of the most creative rappers out there, from a sense of creating different sounds. His rapping is great, got great wordplay, metaphors are on point, fantastic producer. That's how he came in the game as a producer, and I think that his shift into becoming a rapper has really gone through a beautiful metamorphosis from the beginning, from College Dropout to now Yeezus. Okay, so everybody knows when Kanye puts out an album, it's really not safe to assume that anything you're going to hear on this album will sound like anything else. And I think I learned that after the second one, after Late Registration. College Dropout and Late Registration sounded similar. Sonically, they had the same sound. Two very good albums, though. After that, when he did Graduation, you could kind of see the evolution in Kanye as far as his music goes. And he started to experiment more. And then that went on to go with, what was that? After Graduation, 808s and Heartbreak, completely different. Then he did My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which was also completely different from anything else he had done before. And so when I started listening to Yeezus, I figured, you know what? I'm going to go on this with an open mind, because you can't expect anything consistent with Kanye. He's going to give you something that is completely different. You either like it, you don't, or you grow to love it. But we'll get into what I thought of the album. So, first thing, when I turned on the album, when I turned it on, that first track, On Sight, I was so happy, because it sounded like some of the stuff that was on Graduation. The track was actually produced by Daft Punk, a huge Daft Punk fan, by the way, and I just thought the beat was freaking sick. I thought it was awesome, and I thought the way that he rode the beat on Sight was great. Really, he flows with that electric beat really well. And so I thought that him and Daft Punk coming together once again, even though this is not a sample this time, it's originally created beat for him, it worked great. On Sight, fantastic. Okay, the next song on there was Black Skinhead. I thought the whole album was going to sound something similar to On Sight. I was like, yes, old Kanye is back. I was tricked. I don't know why I was dumb enough to believe that Kanye would ever do anything that he did before. So Black Skinhead, if you guys know Rosenberg off Hot 97 New York, when he reviewed the album, he called it Black Punk Rock. I didn't want to take that as a preconceived notion and then assume that everything was going to be on that. Especially with listening to On Sight, it wasn't punk rock at all. But with Black Skinhead, I definitely see where the punk rock tones came from. Dark. It was very dark. The beat was very dark. The lyrics, this is angry Kanye. So with Black Skinhead, you definitely got to understanding, okay, this is the road that he's taking for this album. And hey, let me just go for the ride. So with Black Skinhead, I thought his flow was good. The beat was interesting. I didn't like it too much. This is definitely an experimental album, and that can be seen through a lot of the tracks. Yeah, so Black Skinhead I thought was down that line. And then, of course, New Slaves. New Slaves and Black Skinhead have a similar sound, although I really like New Slaves. I thought the beat was interesting until the break where he has like Frank Ocean. I could have done without that. Didn't need that. But I definitely like New Slaves. I thought that his flow and delivery on that and his lyrics were good. They were abrasive, but that's Kanye. I definitely like the message that he was coming with the whole New Slaves thing. It's definitely eye-opening. You're not going to get, the same radio stuff that other people put out. Kanye is very meticulous with his material, and that came through. New Slaves was definitely different, but I liked it. I thought that one kind of worked. Black Skinhead, not so much. Okay, the next one that had the really big feature of Chief Keef, I was expecting something like I don't like. I expected something hard, something very Chicago. And then I can't hold my liquor, these niggas can't control me. I swear to God, that song could have been kept. What? Why Chief Keef? Of all people to put on that, why do you put Chief Keef? He didn't add anything to the song. I thought that, of course, he sounded remedial, as he does on all his music. Chi-Town Connect, I guess. I don't know what Kanye sees in this kid. But yeah, could have done without Hold My Liquor. Then there's the track, I Am a God. Now, if you guys have your own religious beliefs, I think I personally disagree with any human calling himself God, whatever you want to interpret it as. So that song, I guess I just have morals, and I don't like it for the fact that he's saying that he's God. I don't know how you guys take it. I'm against it. Whatever. Okay, another track that was on here that I loved was Blood on the Leaves, man. He has the Billie Holiday sample, and that one sounded very reminiscent of 808s and Heartbreak. It was very melodic. Kanye was doing his sing-songy rap, and I thought that it was really good, and he sampled that, but I'm with my niggas because I'm down for my niggas. What, that song, he sampled that. And I thought that he blended two completely different sounds with the Billie Holiday and then the sample for that track, bring them together. That's why I like Kanye. He goes to two ends of the extremes, brings them together, and creates something beautiful. And Blood on the Leaves, amazing. The next track that I really liked on there was Guilt Trip with Kid Cudi. I thought putting Cudi on there for those, those two bars, amazing. It sounded like 808s and Heartbreak. That's what I got out of there. So yeah, those were a lot of the positives on the album. Was that it was very experimental. I liked some of the tracks. Negatives, I think that as far as rapping wise, Kanye, come on, man, I need you to give me some better bars. I mean, he did deliver some decent bars on here, like with New Slaves, Blood on the Leaves, and that was about it lyrically and on site. But it's the simple 1-2 ba, like metaphor punchline. I guess I expected him to be more of a rapper, but sonically, the album sounded good. Outside of the I Am a God, Hold My Liquor, what else? Send It Up. I could have done without those songs. I think that, there's experimentation, but then there's also like, come on, son. Come on, Kanye. You can do better than this. Oh, Bound 2, the final track on here. Only 10 tracks on this album. Bound 2, I really like that he brought back Charlie Wilson, man. I appreciate a good soulful singer. And the break where he came on that track, I think, was my favorite part. And of all the songs, that one's probably the most classic Kanye with the Bound 2. It sounds, he went back to his soulful sampling. And it worked pretty well. Lyrically, I think Kanye could have stepped it up. Definitely will have some of these songs on rotation on the iPod. Definitely on site. Blood on the Leaves. Guilt Trip with Kid Cudi. There's being an artist, but then at some time, like, you just need to realize, like, where your lane is. I appreciate Kanye for doing what he does, but I think he can let a little bit of the arrogance go and give people, what he's really good at. Bring back the soulful samples. Bring back the witty raps. I would appreciate it. As far as Yeezus goes, some might like it, some won't. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 stars. And that's my unscripted review. Y'all already know what to do. Comment below, let me know what you think. Subscribe, and we out.